Thank you, Sajid. Thank you for your words of wisdom, phenomenal wealth of knowledge and domain expertise. A big round of applause for Dr. Patnaik, please. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. I'm now going to invite my friend Vijay Sardana, who will bring a legal flavor, if I may mention, to this issue of logistics and infrastructure. Vijay, the floor is yours.
Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Friends, we all are discussing a very vital segment of any business operation, that is logistics and warehousing. Without movement of goods, no business will exist. And especially in agriculture, food has to move when it has to be consumed. Without movement, there will not be consumption, there will not be business. Otherwise, whatever farmers are producing, if they consume at their own level, how much they will consume it has to be wasted. And the people living in cities in different parts of the world will die with hunger. It means the movement is essential when it comes to survival, sustainability and existence of society. And that was one of the challenges when we had during COVID lockdown, that one of the biggest challenges around the world was the movement of food was stopped. And that led to entirely a new paradigm, that if this happens again for some reason, what will happen to the world? And that is why around the world, even during lockdown, the food movements were exempted. And that also led to an entirely new domain, that are we planning our logistics and warehousing properly, or we are still talking about globalization and no need to have a sustainable supply chain justifications. And I was involved in a couple of projects, and 3 were international projects where FAO and UNDP were helping developing and underdeveloped countries how to relook into logistics and warehousing. Suppose there is another outbreak, and it is not unlikely. The reason is that society overall around the world is aging, new form of diseases are emerging, and then we are talking about global warming. So the life is not going to be same the way we had experienced in the last couple of years. So what I am going to cover today with you all is some of the important new dimensions which are emerging just besides, if I saw beyond handling issues which we talk about logistics, loading, unloading, transportation. That is today one of the fundamental issue of logistics, but how to ensure sustainability, and that is extremely important for all of us. Now friends, what is becoming extremely important, there are 2 dimensions of in today's world about logistics and supply chain, and especially warehousing. First is supply chain security itself. The integrity of supply chain, for example, if you are dispatching a container, it should reach the destination at a given time. That is one fundamental expectation any person who is handling logistics, one is expecting. Because of digitization, another dimension which is becoming extremely critical and crucial is the cyber security of logistics. Because everything is today connected through internet and through digital technologies. Imagine if there is a system Because if the manufacturing is one direction, it means the containers are moving in one direction with loaded consignment. Who will bring back the empty container? Now with empty container, cost of logistics is same. Who is going to bear it? And that is one of the reasons you see that logistics costs suddenly went up post-COVID, where it used to be maybe $500, people were paying $1,500 to $2,000 because there was a huge shortage of containers. One of my clients is in container manufacturing business, and today after COVID is a bumper business because suddenly there is a demand to construct and create a new set of containers, which is becoming important. It means to have an efficient logistics and warehousing, the important components we have to look at it, and where the regulations are changing, that is transportation, warehousing infrastructure related laws, brokerage, which is another important part, express delivery, because we are talking about food and especially perishable foods, terminal operations. Now, lately what we are finding, why I am emphasizing this terminal operations, because many food laws and custom authorities are changing regulations around the world, because I am also advising government of India on SPS and DBT matters. Many notifications countries are issuing where they are changing the requirements of the consignment which we are loading, and they want advanced notifications with additional requirements so that their terminal operations becomes efficient. We consider that as a non-tariff barrier, but think of terminal operations, because when you are doing international transactions or shipments, consignment in high sea or in the sea is both, the duration of consignment 60% is in sea, 40% is on onshore. Now that additional 60% you may not change because of speed and other logistics challenges, but 40% operation which is at terminals, it is now getting a lot of focus from around the world and by the regulators how we can minimize this time factor. And in this, there are three operations. One is the physical infrastructure, second is the regulatory infrastructure, and third is the information sharing. And if this is not addressed, we will not be able to reduce the time, which is 40% of the total transshipment timeline, by any further efficiency. An additional time factor or additional holding of containers at port is a cost to society and to the country, which is becoming a big issue now. It means what countries and policies and regulations are focusing on is port productivity. It is not simply that I have loaded and handed over to you. Even at port operations, how far it can be. Modernization of custom systems. And when I am talking about new regulations which are emerging, that before you dispatch the consignment, you have to upload your requirements, data requirement or consignment data on the port of an importing country or the port where you want product to reach, so that in advance they are ready that your consignment will come with the following requirements, whether you need a different container or it is a 40 feet or chemical or explosives or whatever, they should be ready to handle in a shortest possible time. So that is another requirement. Third aspect which is becoming important with big data and artificial intelligence is the traffic predictability. So traffic predictability, how we are going to predict that which traffic will reach where and when. And then another dimension which is becoming crucial is the location of containers itself. That where is the container line? So there are changes, technological changes happening there, and overall this is going to lead how we can shrink the dwell time of the containers. See, it means one aspect is policy makers, but one of the biggest expectations is the user of logistics and warehousing must also gear themselves up for how to handle the new challenges. And while doing it, the biggest concern which is emerging is the environmental sustainability. And when we are talking of environmental sustainability, there are three things which are becoming important. One is less carbon intensive operations. It means, are we following the shortest route? Are we having the least time in the process? Can we have a better utilization of capacities? And overall, the focus of the new regulation in logistics is decarbonization, digitization, and sustainability. And there is a lot of pressure on the users, means people like us, those who are users of the logistics system, to upgrade ourselves and align with the new regulatory environment. So this is in brief, I wanted to share with you how things are likely to change in logistics environment in coming days, and we should be ready for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing the words of wisdom, but just 1 minute, need to bear with me. I know you're racing against times, so am I, but because some very senior person like Dr. Patnaik is here, I'm asking one probing question. I have actually some vital statistics relating to warehousing, but I'm not going to that. Sir, your thoughts on electronic warehouse business?
Thank you, Chandrasekharji, for inviting me to yet another dimension of the warehousing. That's the introduction of the electronic warehouse receipts in our country. We started with the introduction of an act in 2007 and establishing an authority called Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority, which means every warehouse which wants to issue an electronic warehouse receipt has to be registered with the regulator. Today, fortunately, we have got more than 3,500 warehouses across the country registered with them. What is this electronic warehouse system? It is exactly like I say in a DMAT form. The receipts are no more physical. It's all digitized. It's created by a repository. The authority has instituted 2 repositories, and they issue the warehouse receipt in digital form. And those warehouse receipts are converting the commodity to bankable assets. So a farmer or a trader can obtain pledge finance against those receipts from banks. These receipts are traded in the commodity exchange, future exchanges. It is also integrated with the ENAM, National Agricultural Markets. So it's better price discovery to the warehouse receipts, and that's a huge dimension. And the government's endeavor in that is bearing fruits in the sense the farmers are able to realize higher price, better prices for the commodities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I want to thank my 2 of my colleagues for their sharing of knowledge relating to logistics, infrastructure, warehousing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very much to get some e-momentors all in the front. Mr. Chandrasekhar, you will hand over the e-momentors with a lot of respect to our esteemed panelists. Yeah, first to Mr. Vijay Sardana, please. Big round of applause. Thank you, Vijay, for your participation. And then to the very, very